car and we're going to drive to France for the first time in 4 years. We are going all the way to the south of France, non-stop. We think it's about 17 hours, no overnight stops. Last time we did this, we did 2 overnight stops. This time we're doing none. And we thought we'd take you with us because it's either going to be, well, it's just going to be
what it is.
What it is. It'll be hell or it'll be fine. So,
hell the hell.
Dave is passengering for this first section. I'm doing the drive down to Folkestone. And we have 3 excited kids in the back, pillows, blankets, because it is about 9 o'clock. So we're driving through the night, which is not a normal thing for us. So we'll give it a go. Yeah. Come along with us on our drive to France. Are you ready, everyone?
Yeah.
On Oliver! 4 hours 50?
Yeah, it's 2052.
Oh, yeah, okay. So that was a 4 hour 50 solid straight run from Manchester to Folkestone. We had kind of harboured hopes of getting on the 1:30 train, although Dave has just admitted that the train was actually at 1:20, so it was probably never really very likely. We pulled back about 25 minutes at one point, and then the Dartford Tunnel was shut.
Quite well.
And so I think in the end we got here about 5 minutes after we first thought we were going to. Both girls have been asleep. Ben is awake.
I haven't been asleep.
Steadfastly awake and sulking about it, aren't you?
Yeah.
You've been asleep, haven't you?
A little bit.
A little bit?
My witch hasn't.
You've been asleep,
cracked
Chloe?
it.
Of course she has, the queen of sleep. Chloe's been asleep. So we've parked up at the terminal. Weird experience, we've never done the tunnel before, but anyway, we're going to go for a wee and then we're going to get back in the car, and Dave and I are going to try and just shut our eyes because we've got an hour until we can be called to the train. It is 10 to 3. We've done all the passporting and stuff. Dave and I pretty much failed to sleep. I think, did you maybe get 10 minutes? Maybe. His head was nodding. I did not sleep. We're now currently eating snacks. Chloe said, is this breakfast? No, it's 10 to 3 in the morning. We're just having a midnight feast in the car.
Because why not?
Because why not? Whoop whoop. A festival?
Why not? Festival.
Oh, I see. So, yeah, we're just waiting to
It's too early.
get under the sea, basically. What do you say, darling? It's too early?
Way too early.
Too early for what?
Having your eyes open.
I think it's too late, actually, rather than too early.
Yeah.
Because you haven't really been to sleep.
Yeah,
So I think that makes it too late.
It's the morning, so.
Officially, it feels like the middle of the night, though.
Yeah, I'm still in the middle of the night to move up.
So Dave's just put the campsite into the sat-nav, and what did it say?
12.5 hours, including the crossing, which is
Instead
half an hour.
camping electrics.
It did say camping electrics because Google was really struggling to understand Dave's French. That was
Je ne comprends pas.
That was no
I don't
fault
know
of.
whether that means it's good French or bad French.
It was no fault of Dave's French. Google just didn't understand. Anyway, yeah, 12.5 hours. Did we just say?
Yeah.
And the plan is to stop pretty much every 2 hours for Dave and I to swap drivers. I think we're going to do probably a stint from the exit of the tunnel to breakfast-ish.
Do you mean a 2 hour or a 4?
Like just see how it goes, I guess.
Well, we'll do either a 2 or a 4, so it'll either be
Yeah. Well, the idea is that we'll swap every 2 hours.
7 or 9, so probably 7.
Stop for breakfast, stop for lunch, and hopefully get down to the south of France for tea time-ish. Kirsten and Chris are flying this morning, and they'll get there before us, which Chloe just thinks is hilarious, don't you? We're like driving all the way to the south of France, and they're just hopping on a plane. But
They don't get
The
the
second my phone
bikes.
unlocks, I'm gonna see me text my friends. Imagine having slept.
imagine having slept.
No,
Yeah,
imagine
I
going to
actually need to
school.
remember to send a message to school to let them know that you're not here.
Imagine going to school.
I think I'll figure that one out quite quickly.
No, but you do
Yeah,
have to.
well,
You
yeah,
do have to
so
let
I
them
don't
know.
get
Wondering like what's going on.
Right.
Yeah.
Be like, yes, my children are going to have an unauthorised absence because we're having a family holiday to France.
Someone went on Wednesday.
Vive la France.
Right. Anyway,
Ah!
honey bun. Well, stop chatting. I'm going to go and eat my midnight 3 a.m. snack now. See you in a bit.
There is literally.
Morning. So we've had an earlier stop than we'd planned, and let's just turn the car off for no reason.
I think I forgot that it was already turned on. Can you do that so that you can actually see that you can see yourself?
All right, let
Because
me
otherwise
stop.
it's a bit of a waste.
Let me start again. So morning. We've had an earlier stop than planned. I was quite tired, so I was struggling a bit. So we've stopped less than 2 hours into the journey, which wasn't great. We were going to try and go for 4 hours, but we've all had breakfast. I tried out a bit of my French. It was a bit rusty, a
You
little
did really
bit
well,
weak.
I thought. I was
Well.
impressed with you.
Anyway, it was all right. Leapt into the rescue when he asked me if I wanted free stuff. And then we had a little bit of an accident where Chloe spilt some stuff on herself.
And I met an Italian man who complimented me on my French.
There you go.
And was very surprised when I told him I'd just been to Italy this week.
Fabulous.
Dave, can you help me? I don't know where I'm going.
So can you
I'm
see?
following that blue
Yeah,
sign there.
and also the sat nav's telling you where you go.
So this is my
So-
first time driving on the wrong side of the road in a long time.
Okay.
So
Best
Beep.
of wish us luck then.
Yeah.
So yes, onwards to Camping Les Tropiques. Wish us luck. Goodbye.
It's tropical.
Chloe, here's a wave. I'm moving to New York cause I've got problems with my sleep. And we're not to say that I will work there on my sleep. So I'm moving to New York.
it's not my turn to drive anymore, and I'm so excited. How far have we just done then?
About 6 kilometres.
6 kilometres. How long has Mummy been driving for?
I don't know.
Ever. Forever.
2.5 hours?
Yeah, 2.5 hours. I think 200.
Don't
Does it
know.
say 290 kilometres? I think I had to do at the start, and it's like 40 left on this road. I think maybe.
Imagine.
It feels like I've been driving
alright.
forever, but anyway, we found services. The sun is shining. Chloe's complaining that it's too warm because, you know, that's what we came for. Oh, she's complaining that her bum hurts, which in fairness, I think we're all suffering from numb backsides. So this is a proper stop for some lunch, and then hammer it down the last just under 5 hours, I think, now. I think I'm going to turn that back up again. There is finally less than an hour left on this epic, monstrous, what you want to call it, Chloe?
Hell of a journey.
Hell of a journey. They're not joining him.
I was going to be not showing me.
Sorry, they go.
Gargantuan.
Gargantuan. I'm sticking with monstrous. Anyway.
Oh, you would.
I'm sticking with long.
Oh, Amy's going with long, which is fairly accurate. I think Dave and I worked out by the time we get there, it will have taken us about 20 hours.
19 now.
19 and a half, 20 hours.
Including stops.
Yeah, including stops. We've had a stop for breakfast, a stop for fuel, a stop to swap when I couldn't manage anymore, a stop for...
A couple of stops for snoozes.
Another stop for me to take over from Dave, then we had lunch, then we had to stop so that Dave could have a snooze. The intention on this drive was to kind of do 2-hour stints each and stop every 4-ish hours for breakfast, lunch, whatever. We've kind of stuck to it, and obviously on a journey of this length you've kind of got to play it by ear because, you know, mainly the issue has been how tired Dave and I have been. The kids have been really good. They've, you know, they're fed up, but they've slept. They have not demanded wheeze too often, have you, Amy? Don't do that with your seatbelt, please. That's not safe. Thank you. Not that often. No, but you've been really, really good. But we're just all so ready to get to the campsite now and be out of the car.
I need a shower.
Chloe desperately wants a shower because she managed to pour orange juice down herself at breakfast. Luckily, we had spare clothes for her. But well, I wasn't going to mention that. But yeah, Chloe's probably feeling a bit sticky and wants a shower. And then we're looking forward to Auntie Custard and Uncle Chris arriving and starting our holiday proper. So
I'm going to sit with that child's mouth. We do. I agree.
Nous sommes arrivés. We made it.
Oh my god.
19 and a half hours.
I can't walk.
Bon vacances.
I don't know.